Um, so currently, cervical cancer remains as the second leading cause of death by cancer in women worldwide. So the figures are astonishing. It's almost 300,000 deaths in the world. So in the many decades, the treatment of locally advanced cancer remained unmoved until in the late 90s that it was proved for the first time that adding simple drug, cisplatin, to radiation was significantly better than the radiation alone. And this is important because worldwide, almost 70 to 80% of all new cases are locally advanced in the world. Obviously, in some countries, the mortality has been controlled by the screening, and most of the cases are early stage. But worldwide, I insist, most cases are locally advanced. That's why the importance of the treatment of this particular group of patients. So, as I said, in the 90s, the current standard of treatment is the use of cisplatin every week during pelvic radiation. Although according to this data of the SER, the 5-year relative survival rate for locally advanced cancer is 57%. In the patients who are treated with cisplatin and radiation, it varies according to the stage, but in general, the 5-year survival is between 60 and 70%. So we, years ago, decided to start a randomized trial to compare whether the addition of a drug to the regimen of cisplatin during radiations and also 2 cycles of adjuvant radiation, adjuvant chemotherapy after finish radiation will improve the survival rate. The comparator arm is the standard weekly cisplatin. So why gemcitabine? Because we have previously shown that gemcitabine was an important agent that synergizes with cisplatin and also with radiation. See, that was the basis for performing this trial. So the endpoint, the main endpoint, is the progression-free survival rate at 3 years. As you can see here, this difference is significantly different in favor of the gemcitabine-containing arm. The progression-free survival at 3 years it was 74.4 versus 65 in the control arm. Secondary outcomes were also the progression-free survival, but overall, I mean, during all the study, not only at a single point, the overall survival rate and also the time to progression disease. As you can see there were also statistical differences in favor of the combination. It was a 40% increase progression-free survival, 40% increase overall survival, and 88% increase time to progression disease. It means only the progression due to the cervical cancer. So we expected that the addition of gemcitabine could be more toxic. As you can see there, overall, the frequency of grade 3 and 4 toxicity were higher in the experimental arm, mainly hematological toxicity, neutropenia. However, the rate of febrile neutropenia were low overall, as well as most grade 4 events were low overall. So the toxicity is tolerable and manageable. So these results allow us to conclude that the addition of gemcitabine to the regimen of cisplatin and radiation and 2 adjuvant cycles of gemcitabine and cisplatin improves the all survival outcomes at expenses of clinically acceptable toxicity. The question is whether these survival outcomes we saw are due to the addition of gemcitabine during the radiation or because of the 2 adjuvant cycles of chemotherapy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Duenas. And again, this is